Hey, how's it going? So, I hope that you're faring well. That in this day, in this life, in this day and age, you discover why you are put here in this matrix and why it is important for your existence to be emanated in this time, in this place, and in this manner. Because everybody has a purpose, a distinct purpose that is very important, indispensable, and crucial to everyone else in this space or in this plane. And how you understand that, how you take it, and how you actually digest it, what it means to you will determine everything else that will happen in the whole of existence. It's crazy, but it's like the butterfly effect, how everything is linked to everything else. So you might think that your input is not necessary or that your input is just arbitrary, but everything matters, and especially what a person does, because when we're given this life, we're given the power, we're given the access, and we're given the mind. So what you have in your mind is something that is really strong and really powerful, and your mind can control anything in this world. So your mind can control anything that you set your mind to. So if you say that you have mind to do something, it means that you actually have the ability to control it. And this mind is actually an atom. And as you know, the atom causes fusion and fission. So it brings in and it takes apart. And this is the knowledge of good and evil. This is the knowledge of life and death. This is the knowledge of the power of the tongue, right? It gives life, it takes life. So when you know that you have this double-edged sword mind, then you know that whatever you're doing has an effect or a consequence. So it's like saying that you have mind over matter. So this is when you are using your mind beyond the matter or beyond the material, the materialization. So the mind is a mentality, or what we say is a state of mind. And you say that your mind is above the matter. So matter is where we call, where we get material, all the materialization, all of this stuff. This is like grass. This is matter, right? So all of the matter is all of the material that is surrounding everybody. So with this material, this is where we get the word mater, or mother. In Latin it's mater, mater or matar or something. But then that is what mother is, which is the matrix, which is what we call Mother Earth, which is the womb. So this is why matter or material is something that we get from wood. So wood is the material that you use to build a house, and wood is also the material that we call matter. So when you're saying that you should have mind over matter, what you're actually saying is that you should not give your mind to things that are in your mind. So you should go beyond your mind, thinking outside the box, thinking in a different way. Because when I say, hey, what's the matter? I'm not talking about material, right? I'm talking about things that are in your mind. So if I say put your mind over matter, it means that get beyond the limitation of this mind, or don't concern yourself with consequences. Don't concern yourself with concerns. So these concerns, these consequences are just limitations. So go beyond the limitation, go beyond the boundary. Look beyond your mind, look beyond yourself, because everyone is limited, and your knowledge of your own limitations is humility. Human limitation is humility, human limitation. So a human is a person who can hum, a hum. That is being human. That frequency, the the mantra. So when you make that hum, you are expressing your humanity. This is why we have to be in harmony, right? Peace and harmony in a society. Well, but when you have that hum, when you have that frequency, that vibration, that vibe, that that wavelength, it means that you are expressing yourself. It's self-expression. So when that is happening, ah man, I just thought of something else. But when that is happening, it means that you're just vibing to that hum, and then that hum is limited. So this is the humility. And if you don't become humble, you get what we call hubris, because every person, suppose, is comes from the ground, right? The sand, which is just humus. So it says that before God created the man from dust, first thing was that the first thing he did was to water the ground. He first watered the ground, and then he created the person from the dust, because he needed that moisture, that humility, that humor. So humorous person is a person who is full of humidity, you know, like you warm up a room. So it's all about these elements. So it's either that you're gonna be humble, or you're gonna find humility, or you're gonna get humiliated. That is the aphorism, the maxim, the mantra, that God will pull you up if you bring yourself low. He will pull you down if you take yourself too high. So it's either humility or humiliation. So it's all about knowing that we have human limitations, and these human limitations are how our sonic vibrations are limited. So person, per, means percentage, or one per bag, per. Son is sonic, the sound. So person is a sound, per sonic, or per son, like the actual sun. So this is why people are solar powered, and why I'm enjoying being outside here as the sun dips. But it's because everyone is a sun. Like God is the father of lights, because he created all these suns. And this is applicable to everybody, because everyone is a man, right? Everyone is not a man, everyone is man. When Adam was created, he was taken from the ground, created two in one, and then his lady came out of his rib. And he actually didn't name her anything. He actually just called her woman, until they sinned. That's when he changed her name to Eve. So Adam was odd, alone. Odd is something that's famous. Like odd is famous. Odd is soul. Odd is singular. Soul. One is odd. Like one is single. One number. It's an odd number. Adam was odd, alone. So God's like, hey, this is odd. Let's create a woman so that this guy can find something to even him out. And then they made Eve. Eve is the second one. Eve is the two. Eve is how we get the odd and even number. So Eve was the second number, the mother of all, and that evened everything out. So apparently Eve was before the destruction. So Eve is like the one who came before the eve of destruction. So the eve of destruction is actually Eve, because she came before everything went down. So just like the sun, the soul. Adam is soul. Soul is one. One is odd, right? And soul means alone, and soul also means the sun. That's why solar is soul. So when Eve came, then the moon came through the evening. So that evened everything out. Says that the greater light to rule the day, the lesser light to rule the night. So it's pretty interesting. But having said all that, the most important thing is to put your mind over matter. When Jesus was preaching, alright, says that mind, right? Mind over matter. Matter is material, and matter is the mother. Matter is Mother Earth, material, everything. So when Jesus was preaching, they called him and said, "Hey, Jesus, your family's out here looking for you. Your mother's over here." And then he looked at everybody like, "Hey, who is my mother? Who is my family?" It's like, this is my family. This is my mother. He put mind over matter. So he was not limited in that sphere and in that reference. And that was Jesus. If I had done that, someone would have slapped me in the face, you know. But that is what happened, and that is mind over matter. Not looking at the material, not looking at the matrix, because the matter is the matrix. So knowing that this is the matrix, knowing that you have to go beyond the matrix. You remember, like, he took a pill, and then he was apparently woke, and then he went to Zion, and then he met the architect. And then the architect told him that the architect actually created both worlds. So he was still in the matrix. But at the end of the movie, like, the reason why he's called the One is because he ended up putting his mind over that matrix, mind over matter. So he was able to control everything that was happening in both worlds. Mind over matter by the One, Neo, which is O-N-E-N-E-O. So it's interesting. So yeah, just find mind over matter and quiet your mind, find peace, and clear your thoughts, because confusion is confounding now, and that is increasing because there's more fusion, there's more information, there's more of everything. So there's more confusion. So you have to find peace, be still, and know that you are God. Thanks so much for watching.